First, prior to actually showing you some polygon modeling tools, I really want to discuss some technical, well, read boring terms, but they're really important for you to really understand polygon modeling. But I can't emphasize this enough. If you start building your models without actually understanding and without actually knowing the tools and without actually knowing the fundamentals and basics and explanations, you will maybe build your models the way you like it, but they will not be correct. You will most certainly encounter problems later. And building skills with holes, I shall say, is really, really a bad thing to build upon. So even though this could be a bit technical, especially for first time users or really beginners, stick with me and try to understand this. This is the fundamental, this is the backbone of polygon modeling, and be surprised how many experienced users have problem with this. So this is the really fundamental basics. Okay, so let's start. Here we have 3 types of polygons, so I named them accordingly. So triangle, a quad, and hexagon. So just for the purpose of this demonstration, I will go here under viewport menu here, and under display I will enable this guard shading lines. Why? Well, simply because then those edges will appear, those edges that surround these polygons. The one really technical and geeky explanation what polygon is, well, polygon is basically a plane, a surface that is surrounded with straight edges. Okay, that's the geeky boring part. What is important is which ones to use when you are building your models. Well, here this guy, the quad, the 4-sided polygon, is the king. It is always predictable, it doesn't produce any problems, it's the number 1 choice for modeling. So modeling all in quads is completely problem free. Okay, this guy here, a triangle, well, it can be used, well, but with some limitations. Sometimes triangles produce artifacts in render, bad or choppy geometry. So one rule when you use triangles is use them on flat surfaces. Use them, especially if your objects will be animated, use them only in the areas where the object does not deform in any way. So if you're, for example, building some hard surfaces, for example, like a chair or table, you can really use triangles. But if you're going to subdivide, and subdivide means adding detail to your mesh with the special tools inside Cinema 4D, which is this one, but we will talk about that a bit later. You can, even then, you can get in trouble because of using triangles. Here, this is bad guy. The good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the ugly guy. It's called an hexagon, where N stands for number of edges. And hexagon is basically every polygon that has more than 4 sides. Why? Why is hexagon so bad? Well, hexagon produces almost always artifacts, problems while subdividing, problems. So I would warmly suggest you never use hexagons. Never leave your objects with some angles, because although it will work in Cinema 4D, when you will be exporting through other package or trying to solve some complex deformations, you will get in trouble and it will be too late to change. So build nice and clean models always, preferably all quads if you can. Let me show you one more thing about hexagon. me select it here. If I go here in edge mode, you will see it has a nice clean surface, and you will say, okay, what's the big deal? It looks really good. But what if I check something here under filter menu, all the way down that states angle lines, and I enable this? Well, then you see some green lines, and you are asking yourself, what is that? Well, that's the fail-safe in Cinema 4D. It basically subdivides the best it knows how, the best as it can, to form this angle in little triangles or quads, because every 3D package on this planet works in triangles or quads internally. Okay, so just to demonstrate how much I hate angles, I will simply delete this one, and I always enjoy doing this thing. Okay, so okay, quads are the king, triangles are, well, sometimes necessary and even helpful, that which we'll discuss in later lessons. So okay, let's dip into modeling tools.